A very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of KSI Morning Brief. So let's go through the latest updates on global markets and other news around the world. Starting with global markets, on Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by 0.65%, while the S&P 500 lost 0.36%. Both US indexes opened modestly higher, waffled throughout the morning, and turned positive in the afternoon. By the final hours of trading, however, both indexes had slipped. The Nasdaq Composite, which continued to trade higher before pairing its gains, added 0.15% by the closing bell. European market sentiment is bucking the trend seen in Asia overnight, where stocks traded lower following warnings from the International Monetary Fund and on concern surrounding geopolitical flare-ups between the neighboring Asian countries. IMF chief economist Geeta Gopinath cautioned Tuesday that the forthcoming June World Economic Outlook update is expected to show negative growth rates even worse than previously estimated. The FTSE 100 was up by 0.17%, DAX was up by 0.54%, and CAC 40 was up by 0.88%. Major Asian stock markets mostly declined on Wednesday after Wall Street gained on hopes for a global economic recovery and Japan's exports sank. The Shanghai Composite Index was up by 0.14% and the Nikkei was down by 0.5% in Tokyo. The Hang Seng was up by 0.56 in Hong Kong. Chinese companies are dropping their US listings at the fastest pace since 2015, with rising tensions between Beijing and Washington. So far this year, US listed Chinese companies have announced four go private deals with a combined value of $8.1 billion, including debt, according to the data compiled by Bloomberg. That's up from zero during the same period last year. It is also the highest value for any full year since 2015, when 29.8 billion of such buyouts were announced. The uptick comes as President Donald Trump weighs tighter scrutiny on Chinese companies after a string of accounting scandals, including Luckin Coffee, that have burned some of the Wall Street's biggest names. Nasdaq is planning new rules that would make initial public offerings more difficult for some Chinese firms, potentially curtailing the access to the world's biggest capital market. Now looking at global news, Audi announced on Tuesday that Volkswagen will pay a 48% premium to buy out the minority shareholders of premium division Audi. Volkswagen, which already holds 99.64% of Audi, announced the squeeze-out plan in February. This compares with a share price of 1,050 euros apiece on Tuesday and amounts to a purchase of 237 million euros for over 150,000 outstanding Audi shares. Saudi Aramco completed the purchase of its 70% stake in the kingdom's petrochemical giant SABIC from the Saudi Public Investment Fund. This is said to be one of the largest ever deals in the global chemical industry. The fall in oil prices since the initial deal announcements means that Aramco will be paying the Public Investment Fund a premium of nearly 30% on SABIC's current price. That's it from global news. Let's look at the latest updates on COVID-19. Total cases around the world has reached 8.3 million, and total daily cases were at 142,557. Total recoveries are around 4.3 million, and total deaths are 447,086. Meanwhile, in Sri Lanka, total cases of 1,924 have been reported, with 9 cases reported during the last 24 hours. Total recoveries are 1,397 and total deaths are at 11. Looking at the latest updates on vaccine development, China has unveiled the results of the phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials of an inactivated COVID-19 vaccine candidate, which shows promising results in both safety and efficacy, according to the China's National Pharmaceutical Group. The vaccine developed by the Wuhan Institute of Biological Products under China National Biotech Group, affiliated to Sinopharm, involved 1,120 volunteers aged between 18 and 59 in its clinical trials, which started on April 12th. Texas COVID-19 hospitalizations hit another new high, surging about 11% in a single day. The new total marks the eighth new high in less than 2 weeks as the state continues to reopen. Hospitalization in the state are now up more than 84% since Memorial Day. Google is offering an additional $200 million in advertising grants for nonprofit organizations and releasing several new ad features for small businesses to help them recover from the coronavirus pandemic. A big focus of the new ad updates centers on e-commerce and Google looking to rival Amazon in the space. So that's it from KSI Morning Brief today. We'll be joining you again tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Thank you.